Hi, Stepping Up Cohort 3. My name is Sandra Harris and I'm a registered osteopath and Pilates instructor, and I run virtual Pilates classes from my clinic room in Stoke Gifford. I understand that many of you are working from home during the pandemic, perhaps in less than ergonomic setup than you would normally have in the office. At a time like this, your physical health is just as important as your mental well-being. So here are a few stretches that can be performed standing or in a chair to keep you flexible and recharge your batteries during online Zoom and MS Teams meetings. I've demonstrated the exact same exercises in standing and sitting, so just pick which routine you'd like to follow. You don't need any equipment, just your mind, energy and enthusiasm. Hi, this exercise is called upper back warm-up, which, as its name suggests, warms our upper back and our shoulders up, which can get quite stiff if we're sitting at a desk all day. So if you can, sit slightly forward in your chair with your legs a bit further apart than normal. We're going to start with our arms down by our sides. We're going to roll our shoulders back, interlace our hands. As we press the palms down to the floor, we tip our chin to our chest and come down as far as it's comfortable. Take a breath in at the bottom. As we breathe out, we're going to elevate the arms above our heads, watching them with our gaze, and then bring our arms down by our sides. And again, roll the shoulders back, interlace the hands. As we press the palms of the hands down to the floor, we tilt our chin to our chest and press down. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, we raise our hands above our heads and then bring our arms back down by our sides. And again. Interlace our hands. Breathe out as we press the hands down. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, we bring our hands towards the ceiling, following with our head. Take a breath in, and as we breathe out, we bring the arms down by our sides. And once more, roll the shoulders back. Interlace the hands, press down towards the floor. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, raise your hands over your head. Breath in. Bring your arms down by your sides. This exercise is called the corkscrew. It retrains the muscles between our shoulder blades and relaxes the shoulder girdle. We're going to start with our arms down by our sides. We're going to lift them above our heads. Then our hands come onto the back of our heads. We shrug the shoulders up and then release them down. We then reach up to the ceiling, and then the corkscrew pours the cork out of the wine. We then lift the arms back to the ceiling. Bring them behind our heads, shrug the shoulders up, bring them back down, reach up to the ceiling, and again we bring that corkscrew down and the cork comes out the bottle. Once more, lift the shoulders, arms up to the ceiling, bring the hands behind the head, shrug up, release down, lift the hands towards the ceiling, bring the arms down by our sides. This time we're going to do it slightly differently. So we're going to bring our arms up to the ceiling as normal, bring our hands behind our heads. We're now going to side bend and then twist and look up at the ceiling. Come back into your side bend, come back to centre, side bend the other side, twist and look up to the ceiling, come back into your side bend, come up to the centre, reach your hands to the ceiling and then lower your arms by your sides. And again, as we breathe out, the arms come up. We then breathe in, they come behind our heads. We then side bend, look up to the ceiling, side bend, come back to centre, side bend again, look up to the ceiling, come back into your side bend, come back to centre. Hands come up to the ceiling as we breathe out, hands come down by our sides as we breathe in. And once more. Bring our hands behind our head, side bend, look up to the ceiling, come back into our side bend, come back to centre. And again, side bend, look up to the ceiling, come back to your side bend, come back to centre, arms reach out, breathe out as the arms come back down. This exercise is called side plie with stretch. It helps to mobilise not just the upper spine but the lower spine as well, and helps to strengthen the knees. So if possible, if you can sit quite far forward on your chair without any risk of it tipping, and then have your legs quite wide into a plie position. Okay, we're going to take our weight to one side and straighten the other leg away. Come back to centre. Take the weight to one side, straighten the opposite leg, come back to centre. This time, as we take the weight one side and straighten the leg, we're going to reach up over our heads and give ourselves a stretch. We're going to then come back to centre. And then as we go to the other side, we stretch. Come back to centre. So breathe out as we go over. In to stretch and out as we come back. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, come back to centre, and again. Breathe out. As you go over, make sure your shoulder isn't up around your ears, so keep them seated down in the shoulder joints. Let them drop down as we come over. Okay, this time we're going to add a little movement. So we're going to stretch over and then we're going to follow our hand as it sweeps past our knee. I'm going to follow that 3 times. That's 2. And 3. And come back to centre. And then we'll go to the other side. So stretch over, let your hand drop and sweep past your knee as you follow your hand with your head. So this way we're getting a little bit of mobilisation through into the neck. Controlling the movement. Come up and back to centre. And again, we'll stretch. And then let the arm drop, sweeping past the knee, follow it with your head, remembering to breathe all the time. Come back to centre, and again, sweep away, following your hand with your head. As we mobilise the shoulder and the neck, come back to centre, let your arms drop and let your legs come in and sit back on the chair. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoy doing those stretches with me. You can just pick 1 or 2 to do throughout the day in between meetings. I regularly post similar videos on my Facebook page, which is at Time Out Therapies. Thanks for joining me today, and I wish you every success on your mentoring programme.